Welcome to the TV.
And the vote that coming, the next vote, we have to be careful. Especially me, I will vote trying for people. Black guy, I will vote for black guy. For the country to be set. The vote. Because it will be 3% that will be running.
3% will be running in the coming election.
Yes. We got a vice president with Joe Taylor.
needs and wants. The rest is expensive, and you know that you have a shortfall in the budget, then reduce the rest so those who are that not even working but making ends meet can buy. So when the shortfall, we cannot again support scarcity. You understand? So what needs to be for needs and wants? The rest is expensive, and you know that you have a shortfall in the budget, then reduce the rest so those who are that not even working but making ends meet can buy. So when the shortfall.
On the panel of the Justice for Victor campaign and residents of District Number 17 have gathered at the grounds of the Capitol to petition the 54th National Legislature to summon the Inspector General of the Liberian National Police, Colonel Patrick Suru, on grounds that on the 15th of August, Paul Little Innocent
For now, we eat the water, Omega water. For now, the whole Omega the water. We eat the water, Opopo eat the water. We vote for it 2023 again. We vote for Opo because it go eat the water. For now, everybody said they eat the water. Oh, and the water we said it in for now. 2023, we vote for here.
We must learn how to celebrate our diversity without drawing lines of division in our new Liberia. We belong to Liberia first, before we belong to our inherited tribes or chosen counties. We must not allow political loyalties prevent us from collaborating in the national interest. We must respect each other and act as neighbors, regardless of religious, social, and economic differences. In the words of our national anthem, a union strong, success is sure. We cannot fail. United, we are certain to succeed as a nation. Divided, we are certain to fail. Fellow citizens, ladies and gentlemen, it is my belief that the most effective way to directly impact the poor and to narrow the gap between the rich and poor is to ensure that public resources do not end up in the pocket of government officials. That the overwhelming mandate that I received.
I want to go on a record and say this because somebody, when I hear this again, because I've always said this, if Cummings manages and becomes the standard bearer of the CPP at the convention, I, Henry Pedro Costa, will not support Alice Cummings for the presidency because politically I do not support Alice Cummings. And I want all of my people to know that. The COP that I'm chairman of will not endorse Alice Cummings to become standard bearer of the CPP. I want all of my supporters to know that. The COP will only endorse Wakai. There's a reason why. The reason is simple. The reason is absolutely simple. I just don't support Alice Cummings for president. All the Cummings supporters in the COP get angry. That is a damn business. You're not my ma or my pa. Stupid fool.
Question on gay rights. And I've answered this question, and perhaps not too elegantly. And I've used the words that I'm conflicted by this issue, but let me explain why. Let me explain what I mean by that. It's a lifestyle that I struggle with. As important, though, I believe, Liberians are also focused on health, education, jobs, and I also want us to focus the conversation on those issues.
You think the answer to that question the right way?
I don't know if that's
it's a very sensitive.
It's a very sensitive issue, and I don't know if that's
there was a strip. Do you support something that you would,
Mamadi, I think I've answered the question the way I'm comfortable answering it. And again, I gotta be authentic to who I am. There will be a political answer that people will perhaps want to hear, but I gotta be real, Alex, and I want the Liberian people to see the real person, and that I will not change my answer to suit different situations. I think that's the kind of leader we should be.
Including all stupid Steve want to call Eugene Fagon. He started telling her, I want to owe you, rogue like you, criminal like you. You don't have to beg somebody to release you from court, to withdraw your case from court. That you don't want telling your people that you're idiots, say I owe you money. Many days we went to club. I don't know who used to buy you beer. You want me to name some of the places that buy you beer, idiot? Stupid, useless, reckless, irresponsible man like you. Now people that know you can respect you. You are David Colette. That other one and that show not pay one. We all went to NASCAR, to the Vabamos, and saw a brilliant idea to him to promote the government. The Vabamos gave us $24,000 US. Unfortunately, I was not in the country. I traveled. I went to Sierra Leone for Oba. What did you guys do? You convinced David for you to eat up money. You're able to do the people work. Who talked to me to forget it? That means it's a name. You're stupid fool. I'm supposed to owe you money. You're idiot. But don't worry. Don't worry. Let my security be assured. If today President George Weah and his officials, in consultation with the international community, can assure me that when I go.
You joined Coca-Cola in 1997 from Pillsbury, where you served first as in Nigeria as regional manager. Then 3 years later, 2000, you become head of the company's operation in North and West Africa. 1 year later, they push you way up. You become head of all of Coca-Cola's operations in Africa, overseeing its work in 56 countries across Africa. July this year, you are appointed Chief Administrative Officer and Executive Vice President, responsible for a range of issues: legal, public communications, human resources. How come a boy from Africa, Liberia, rise up to the highest level in an iconic company like Coca-Cola?
Well, I guess the first answer to the question is I've been very blessed, and not to acknowledge that fact, I think would be betraying why I've had the success I've had. So
The man desperate. His desperation scares me. Why the hell does he so badly want to be president? Ain't nobody saying you got ready to be president. But my brother, you are a stranger. What? You are JJC. Johnny just come. Go behind the line. Begin between lamb belly and time by time. That time, that your time. Not be juju. That your time. That time, that your time. That joke was that time. Oh my God. Go behind the line. 70 years old man. You want to jump the line? Pack your damn bags and go. Ellis Cummings needs to be expelled from the seat. Who expelled Cummings? That's my position. And my position will not change. I am 100% in favor of the expulsion of Alexander Benedict Cummings from the CPP. Do not expel him. So yeah, I stopped my car for something they call helicopter. They move along the street. They sell the food right on the sidewalk. I believe that these people are the best selling people and they got the best food. I come here with chicken feet, with how you gonna do cow skin. And you just put your food on your head, you carry your food. Anywhere you reach, somebody won't buy it, just sell it already, they buy it. That's why they got in the garage. Yeah. They walk in correct more than restaurant. You get your spoon, you get your bowl. Then plus you don't get napkin. So the restaurant and say you eat there to get napkin at Walmart. Go sue them, I'm gonna put them on the rocky now. Man, we about water, then we very food. They want to prepare that apple. They want to love my baby. They took up a pound of fuel. They don't do well. Go put on a ball and go. Don't let any American see too much.
They're not going to win. So happening can tell with frustration. You don't know that? So happening. When you happen over plug,
At the end, you can be frustrated. And what's going to happen to the opposition? Today, they are happy. And the last happening now. They are happy today. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they will start wanting to go to the Supreme Court. They will start wanting to go to the Supreme Court. For the Supreme Court, they will go to ECOWAS. Oh, yeah. That man ball yourself sedition. Relax yourself. Tell your girlfriend. Tell your man. Tell your puppy. Tell your cat. Everybody go vote for number 4. I don't care how they feel about me. I don't care. They will soon start running to go to the Supreme Court. They will run and go to the Supreme Court. I'm telling you, these guys will go to the Supreme Court. They will from Supreme Court, they will go to ECOWAS. Veteran is on our side. I don't care how you feel about me. Veteran is on our side. I'm patrolling around. I just park my car on the highway. I said, me can't talk to the people small. So our men should not be discouraged. That handful of people they saw today to Congo town passing around. And the quota now, what do you expect quota? When you put 5,000 the quota, you be chain a day. They can be champion, you can be the sardine a day.
Mr. Miguel, DeLong, and DeLong said that let Minister Miguel tell us where he got the money from to buy his home. In less than 6 weeks into his position, he was able to go and get money to buy his home. I think actually we need clarity on that. What's going on between you and the citizen?
We are ready.
If any good order from the government, I have 14 grandmaster on the water. You are still waiting. Send me with the message. Do not see the one grandmaster here. We still got 14. If we can hear good things from the government, we stay here.
Bobo. Edituo Masalima. Etizuke Rima. Winnie Bugoyo. Editinama Yagazuke River.
The message that the grandmaster gave it. You read the landlord are here.
Yes, sir. Good morning. What's up with you, Chief? I'm okay. Where are you? To my area. Where? Which area? I'm in around the Zed Town branch in the county. Oh, you went by now? Yeah, because I've been running there. No answer, so I don't know. I got constantly down the play. I'm hungry. Nothing going on. Okay, but we feel your vision. I just come and having the closing meeting with the chairman. We feel your vision now. Oh, okay. So I can talk to messages and messages start calling all of them. Ah, okay. So it will be what time? Chief, let me know. So I'll start preparing myself. Friday. Oh, Friday. Yeah, okay. So I can start preparing Friday. Yeah. Friday, everybody should be in. You're the Secretary General. Yeah. Everybody should be in Lima. Okay. I can tell Paul where you two now. As the chairman to start preparing the ground. And then Friday, everybody should be in.
Let me welcome you guys to the magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Here we discuss the truth. We don't intend to know it all. We are students. We are not teachers. My friend and brother, how you doing?
Pretty good. The new year is on course, and we bless God, we are more than living. So we are here.
You know, over the time that we were off, you know, so many interesting stories that went on in our country. And we are to bring the people the play-by-play description tonight. Whatsoever you are, you just keep tuned, because we are about to discuss the in total of what Mr. Benedict Cummings did and what Mr. Benayure did. What is the take?
I think it's a bad news for ABC. From all indication, based on the evidence regarding our possession, regarding rate of arrest. So based on what I read and what is trending on social media, as you can see right here, the case is before the Morovia City Court, I think civil court. It's kind of a criminal complaint, but I thought that this would have been a little bit different based on my understanding. It is not 100% a criminal allegation. The fact that the jurisdictions of the case is with Morovia City Court. So arrest warrant have been pulled out, according to this document, for getting the living body of ABC to the Morovia City Court to answer questions regarding allegation of forgery and criminal conspiracy leveled against him by the ALP, All Liberian People. Is it All Liberian People Party, something like that? ALP, yes, the Liberian Nigeria Party for short, through its chairman, Tudor Momo. I know there are legal attorneys representing the ALP, but the arrest warrant talk about, or read of arrest talk about the party chairman, and ABC is identified in the read of arrest and others. So this is not a good news. While the CPP, three political parties, is threatening departure, one of the constituent parties has already gone to court. And not only that, they have sued, but however, the court under our system has accepted the complaint based on probable cause, acting upon the case under our penal law 15.70 and 10.2 of the new penal law of Liberia. According to the court, the complaint is valid. So there are a lot of stuff going on, but with this, I don't think it's a good news for ABC political interest in Liberia, especially considering where we are right now. 2022 is here. Technically, this is a pre-campaign year based on our system. Next year is a real campaign. Is it going to court or carry on much more mobilization? Which one to go for? That's $1 million question I would like to ask. And we ask our audience to join us and give their take on this topic. It'll be back to you.
Okay. You know, for me, I have been a long time saying that the CP need to dissolve. Now, when now you are going to court, you know, many people, even Mr. Cummings never saw this coming. Mr. Ure acted like a cat. Do you know that on New Year Day, those guys, they texted each other? The guy that texted each other to wish them.
To wish each other Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, yeah.
Yeah, but that is a deceptive aspect of politics.
No, but Mr. Cummings is a layman in Liberian politics. Now, what baffles me is that Mr. Cummings, instead of addressing a case, he is now blaming the ruling establishment and that of the United Party.
For what? Why he's accusing the CDC?
He is
On what
accusing the
basis?
CDC because according to him, he's saying that it is the CDC that has planned comparisons against him.
I thought the game was in his favor. He has the money. He has a number.
But look,
he has a structural political system that he can win elections.
You can have the money. You can have the money like this horse foot. Mr. Cummings is not going to win an elections in Liberia come 2023. That is strictly to the point. But let us discuss this, for our audience. For me, I think Mr. Cummings shoot himself in the legs. You remember when this framework document fingering came about? It was Mr. Ure who brought it to the attentions
of the public,
of the two political leaders. Then from there, it came to the public. Somebody at neck, whatever to phone Mr. Ure and gave him copy. I'll repeat that. Somebody from neck gave Mr. Ure a copy. But then Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence was the political leader for the CPP. He fired to Nyomli. Nyomli set up a committee. A committee reported that the framework document was tampered with. Now, I hear them crying father say Bernard Ure had the proof. Bernard Ure has sufficient of evidence. You think under our law, but fraudulently signing someone or taking someone's signature, attaching it to a document why he himself never affect a signature to, you think that is not a crime under our law?
It is a crime. Most part of the world. Civilized countries.
Okay. Let us play you Mr. Cummings' interview here from the BBC.
Well, it's clear by this action that we are perhaps not. Yes, you're correct. We were a part of the CPP, the collaborating political parties. I think the ALP have decided they want to leave the CPP, which is, of course, their right. And therefore, I don't understand the basis for these allegations. They're unfounded, and I believe it's all political. I believe, unfortunately, Mr. Ure is perhaps being used by the government because a united opposition makes it more difficult for President.
Let me hold the recording there first. So you want to tell me that Mr. Cummings does not know that ALP have walked away from the CPP? You want to tell me that Mr. Cummings does not know that? Mr. Cummings does not know that Mr. Ure, the ALP, have walked out of the CPP. That is what I am showing here. That shows.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Let me allow you in your talk.
That show that Mr. Cummings is a baby when it comes to the ball game. Mr. Cummings is a baby when it comes to Liberian politics. He does not understand the modus operandi of the Liberian politics. The inner working of the system. He does not still understand it yet. You playing with someone who was taught by Charles Taylor. You playing with someone who have drank milk sufficiently, who had sufficient evidence, who has sufficient evidence that indeed that you tamper with the documents. The man walked away from the CP up to now that NEC, the National Election Commission, gave the man letter that the man had the right to walk away. That letter was made published. So you want to tell me no ANC people saw that? Let's go ahead.
All right. So I think he acknowledged the departure of ALP.
I wanted to end the clip, then we'll come to you.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it's clear by this action that we are perhaps not. Yes, you're correct. We were a part of the CPP, the collaborating political parties. I think the ALP have decided they want to leave the CPP, which is, of course, their right. And therefore, I don't understand the basis for these allegations. They're unfounded, and I believe it's all political. I believe, unfortunately, Mr. Ure is perhaps being used by the government because a united opposition makes it more difficult for President Weah to replace himself. But this action will leave us undeterred. We are determined to, run the political course to make our case to Liberian people, to make Mr. Weah a one-term president.
Now, any challenge to George Weah would be during the next elections in 2023. And I just wonder how all of this feeds into that, especially if you're alleging that it's the government that may be behind this, because this is a warrant issued by a magistrate in Monrovia City Court. And part of it says, and I quote, that you, Mr. Cummings, purposely connived, conspired and jointly altered the framework documents of the CPP, that's the coalition, in regards to how a party may leave the coalition. What do you understand by that, and what are your lawyers explaining that all means?
I would say, Bola, that is completely untrue. We did not conspire or alter the framework document. The document was reviewed and approved by all political parties. And so the allegations are completely unfounded. And I would say, again, this is political. We're about 18 months from the next election. And this is all meant to discredit me. And again, no basis absolutely in the allegations that's being made.
I mean, perhaps the confusion for many of us is why should there even be a problem if somebody wants to leave a coalition, and why such an allegation would be levied against you or any other member of the party, any other party that's within this coalition. What are you therefore going to do?
Exactly, Bola. You're exactly right. The allegations applies to me and my party. I'm not exempted or in any way abdicated from this amendment that's been alleged. So why would I alter or change a document that equally affects me as it does everybody else? This is why this is baseless. It is political, but we will, when we actually receive the writ, as a legal, law-abiding citizen, we'll make ourselves available to whatever the processes are per our lawyer's recommendation.
However, what is clear is that you have a fractured opposition in Liberia, given the problems that you've had within this coalition and now this arrest warrant. So what does that mean for 2023? Does it mean you're less likely to be able to defeat George Weah if you're also divided?
No, all this means is that one of the three political parties in the CPP has decided to leave and is attempting to fracture the CPP. But there are other political parties, there are other political actors. We are determined to build a coalition that is likely will not include the ALP to take on President Weah. And I'm confident, given the president's performance and given a viable alternative, the Liberian people will make President Weah a one-term president, and we're committed to our effort of coalescing the opposition to make that a reality.
Well, yeah, my brother. the mayor have not even realized that the United Party very soon will be working out. The mayor does not even have. The man don't even think. I thought that Mr. Cummings will be able to put his men on a gear go for them to bring sensitive information. That's what United Party does. That's what United Party has been doing. When they are in collaborations, they send their men. United Party has men. Not I say boys, men. Go ahead, Fred.
Let me tell you something. Sometimes when we say it as political analysts and those of us that read the master science, the science of all sciences, And people tend to say, oh, this and that, this and that. I said it on this platform multiple weeks ago. The simple objective that, in my mind and based on the framework of the CPP, that brought the ideas of the CPP, quote-unquote, the collaboration, was to be able to pull resources and forces together to have that formidable political grip to be able to beat CDC-led government headed by George Weah, hands down, 2023. The collaboration, I would say formal, almost succeeded doing it, but because of greed, bigate, Liberian people call it, big heart, and not acknowledging simple fact, and not having the interests of the people, a lot of them claim to have, like especially ABC. From all indications, if the issue of the collaboration, especially ABC, Alexander B. Cummings joining the collaboration, was about bringing on board strategies, resources, and other ideas to be able to beat George Weah, hands down 2023, there was no need for bickering. There was no need for too much objection. For example, if you are somebody that believes in the law, why you go to a meeting, you don't consult your lawyers? In the environment of politics, there's a play out of business. There's a play out of law. There's a play out of real political politics. So you can't get out of anything like that. If the people try to get at you, they don't get you legally, they can get you politically. For example, the issue of Bernie Samoka, the government is using our legal system as a cover-up, but Bernie Samoka case is not really about the law, it is about politics. It is about the political interest perceived by the sitting government and president. That this man was one of the leaders of our war. This is the only man in our modern time who has succeeded to serve as defense minister for 12 years straight. So that man is a scary man. We cannot allow this man to go to the Senate. He will be able to influence a lot of people. That is the mindset of the government. Because from all indications, we cannot find any legal basis why Samoka should be denied to be inducted into office or certificated by Election Commission. But let's leave that for another conversation.
Yeah.
Alexander B. Cummings crippled the collaboration initially because even the CPP legal team, not legal framework, legal team, they indicated in their report to the chairperson, to the dense chairperson, Nyobli Kanga, that there was notes that were part of that. There were remote number change from remote number to regular number. There were phone size change. And even the ANC own lawyer, one Yapa, some kind, I'm not pronouncing the name right, he admitted that those things happen. My brother, alteration, amendment, change, there's no other definition for it. If we use 11, font size 11, and you make it 12, that's a change. If we use shall and you make it may, M-A-Y, it's a conditional verb. Okay? So those are changes. Look, this thing was simple. Alexander Cummings went to a meeting with his colleagues. They all discussed it. They agreed to the term that they all thought it was the right thing to do. He get out of that place and come back a few minutes later, a few hours later, bam! He come up with press conference. Why you initially agreed to it, he said, His lawyers advised him not to go with that. And this was like habitual behavior on the part of Alexander Cummings. 4 grown-up adults. If you have some concern, if you really have the interest of the people, and you really got the issue of beating George Weah, who attested political power and his elite cartel, then the issue of the framework figuring should be the least thing to deal with, not to even get to the media, because the bigger picture is Liberia. But from all indication, I'm not too sure Alexander Cummings joined the collaboration based on that purpose. He joined the collaboration, in my mind, the way I look at it, on the basis of his own behavior, to be able to earn popularity on the backs of his colleagues, who themselves he claimed to be unclean. Okay? They are politically, quote-unquote, dirty. They are corrupt. They have been in government forever. Nothing has changed for the better, and he is an agent of change. But hold a minute. If you marry to a woman, or a woman married to a man, and that man is not a good man, or that woman is not a good woman, how come you sitting on your shoulder, you say their hair smelling? Get out! Simple as that. But you see, there is the great mentality in philosophy. If I can't get there, nobody will get there. All right? Even though I'm here and they're not correct, they are not better people because they've been there forever. Nothing has changed. They have still stole government money, but I will still be there. If I can't get it, nobody will get it. And this is where we are now. Excuse me. This is where we are. The slow departure of constituent members and eventual dissolution of the CPP, dashing the interest of the people.
And we'll soon be opening the phone line. For me, it just registered one thing to my mind. That maybe Mr. Alexander Bacon, maybe the how this man been doing his way through when he was to Coca-Cola. Maybe, and I'm saying just maybe that how Mr. Cummings had been mangoing, doing temporary with the people that document until he was able to get at the top.
I wouldn't want to believe that, but one thing I am taking into stronger consideration, the issue of gay lifestyle, conflicted about that lifestyle, he struggled with it. That could be another reasons why Alexander Cummings was able
to make his way,
to claim the ladder.
Yeah,
you know, the 21st century is considering all kinds of stuff. Sometimes when people are in minority, in big company or organization like Coca-Cola, there is a possibility of silver platter. It could not just be because you are super smart. Because there are other smart people.
No, but it's not because that Mr. Alexander B. Cummings was smart. It's not because that Mr. Alexander B. Cummings has spent. There were people at Coca-Cola that spent more years in that factory more than him. But I am saying maybe that through that means it could be through giving his sin too. It could be because he gave his sin to maybe some of the brother that's high up there, and that's the reason.
I'm not cutting you, AB. We have heard about a lot of people, even at the level of the government of Liberia, even the previous government, alien-led government. There were people that hit certain ladder in government as a result of their sexuality, their preferred sexuality. And Mr. Cummings talking about that particular interview. If my name is Francis, and you ask me what's your name, I'll say my name is Francis. If I'm not part of anything like the gay life, I will tell you point blank, you know why? I'm not part of that, but people who practice it, that's their way of life. But for me to be conflicted by a lifestyle, excuse me, and I also not only conflicted, but I also struggle with it. If I'm not participant of that lifestyle, why should I struggle with it? Why? And that is a single question many followers and fans of ABC should be asking, and they need to ask him to give them better answer. Because the answer he gave to that interview, it is just flat right. Nobody need to struggle with anything they are not participant of. If you are a participant of something and you know it is not a good thing, based on majority views, of course, they should not struggle. But if you are a participant of it, it means you are already being affected by it. That is the reasons why you are conflicted by that lifestyle and you struggle with it internally. But you can't let it go because that's how you are living for probably for more than 2 decades.
So what do you see this case going? What do you see this case going? As I learned that the people going to the court on Thursday, what do you see this case going?
I think the case, I cannot predict how fast or slow it will go. But according to the accuser, they are waiting to go to the highest peak. At the level of our judicial system, the Supreme Court, according to our Constitution, is the final arbiter of justice in our country. If somebody sue you in the lower court and say we can go to the highest, there is a possibility of going to the Supreme Court.
So that
and this kind of electionary kind of period we are in right now, having this going to the level of Supreme Court, it will take a longer time. It will take a longer time. So Cummings is going to be spending money on this case with his lawyers. And I'm very sure ALP is also ready to keep pushing. Because even though the burden of proof is on the accuser, but the defendant also got to stand to prove otherwise that is not the case. And this CPP framework document fingering, alteration, amendment, whatever you call it, it has been in the media already. I'm not too sure AALP as a political institution in Liberia, a former member of the collaborating political parties will go to court just because they want to go to court. I think they should have a prima facie evidence in the first place for the court to entertain the case. It means they have already gone through whatever ALP filed as their basis of the lawsuit for forgery and criminal conspiracy. And that is the first basis why the writ of arrest was issued. So, I mean, if you were an ordinary person, lower than Alexander B. Cummings, who does not want to accept any civil servant position, any official government position, but rather the presidency, the #1 public official position in our country, I think this is damning on his political career that he has not even started very well, and the journey could become muddy as we move towards 2023.
Okay. Keep a call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number to call. Once more, 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. So that means, you know, I told someone, I said, don't play with Ben Nayuri. That man was trained. That man went to Trini. That man went to Trini on one of the bar leaders of our time. So you don't play with that kind of man lately. Mr. Cummings, show that he never fingered the document. When the Pope called for the first meeting, my mayor escaped. He left the people in the meeting. He went to go call press conference. If Mr. Cummings was sure that the people lie on him, why he never sued? But this guy, Mr. Ure, having an agent working with NEC who fed him with information sufficient of dossier. And that is the reason why that fingering document business came about. Because the mayor was the first man to flag it. Keep a call coming out up to 15-824-812.
You see, one of the areas that many people don't understand in our political environment, on planet Earth, political power or political authority is the highest power on planet Earth. After political authority, it is economic authority or economic power. And who do you find in that environment of economic power? Are the successful business leaders. And from all indication, hey, you can have whatever problem you want to have with Bernard Ure. Bernard Ure, based on our political records, is a cousin, a family member of former President Charles Taylor. Bernard Ure was on the side of family and business during the NPFL leading to NPP-led government. If you don't know, let me give it to you free. I don't know when the Bernard Ure mother house on 24th Street was given to Maritime. I don't know when, but I saw Maritime Affair at the time. Right now, it's Maritime Authority. On 24th Street, it's for Bernard Ure mother, and I understand his mother passed away, okay? Our Maritime, according to public records in Liberia, contribute 36% to our national budget. Today, government of Liberia say we are about 700 to 800 something million, but let's remove the 245 million because that one coming from outside. Let's assume it's 600 million. 36% of that money comes from Maritime Authority. Out of that, out of Maritime gross revenue, the rental, the European people, you're sorry, we got to say this so Liberian people can know. The rental fee for that building is 10%. It goes to Ure family. Besides that, you need to understand that the whole cell phone business in Liberia, that Ure brought loans out to Liberia. Besides that, the modern day care in Liberia, I don't say Morovia, but Liberia is owned and operated by Ure. Let us give you some, we want to give some of you free information so you can go and live with it. Go bank it and go do your own search. Check on the CIA website, American CIA website. They call Fat Book. Okay? Go there. You'll find Ure there as one of the richest men in Liberia. If you don't know, successful businessmen, clean money. In addition to that, Ure also has a farm. Okay? Even today, except because of this CDC quote-unquote toxic politics, majorities of Liberian politicians go on Ure farm to host meetings, political meetings. All right? So there are a lot of things I could name it. Yeah, I'm not living in Liberia for the last 10 years, even though I visit regularly. But I'm going to tell you, Ure is not a small potato in Liberia. When it comes to politics, when it comes to business, the business people are more in politics because why? They always want to protect their business interest. So they hang out with politicians overnight. They're calling each other. You know what time Ure was sedition? If you don't remember, we'll give it to you free. Bernard Ure was sedition when Eli Johnson Sirleaf appointed him as commissioner of Kirisburg. You know Kirisburg is a city by itself. Okay? So coming in and going out, you can have whatever issue you want to have with Ure because of his connection with Charles Taylor. That's your business. That's your own opinion. That's your right. But all I want to tell you, do not play with business people. Business people are also part of our political system. And you got to be careful with them.
Keep a call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the man that we are discussing here today. You know, for me, I just believed. I just believed that this case will prolong. So long, Mr. Ure, you know, many people saying, Mr. Cummings have the money. Have they, the people that are saying that, have they checked the money that Bernard Ure have? Have they checked the money that Mr. Ure have?
Most Liberians don't do research. They listen to yes say, I say, or they say.
Or because Mr. Ure is core on his own money. Okay, keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. You know, for me, I'm looking at this case here to be a prolonged case.
AB, let me tell you something. It's a perfect political calculation.
It's a perfect one, no?
It's a perfect political calculation. They want to get this political novice busy. They want to get him busy until he can understand. You know, the small children in Liberia, you know why? Sometimes when you tell people, I don't want to use it here for just out of courtesy. You know why? If you can't learn the soft way, you can learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn the hard way according to speculation, behind the scenes speculation.
Mm-hmm.
The departing members of the CPP are also going to be suing ANC if the ANC attempt to use the nomenclature, meaning the name CPP. So another lawsuit coming. Another lawsuit coming. That would be number 2 lawsuit. The number 3 lawsuit that coming will be Nyombli, Delon, and the other guys, Liberty Party, going to be suing ABC too for going to their political party headquarters unauthorized. Unauthorized. Because what? When you are the business manager for any business, you are the number 1 highest authorized person to authorize people to do business. But according to ABC and Musa Ability, they were in the collaboration. So no member really require any invitation to go to each other political party headquarters. How can you extend the invitation to another member that didn't go there? How can the Unity Party extend the ABC an invitation during their induction and subsequent presentations of their standard bearer, since their constitution already called for 6-year term whenever standard bearer is elected? What did Alexander Cummings say about that? Hello? That invitation?
Okay, hold on.
Let me just complete my thought quickly. Cummings said that time that he was not, his party was not going to participate.
You have to lawyer receiver quarter. You have to lawyer receiver or I'll cut you off.
That he was not, his
Who, me?
not going to participate.
I don't have receiver on.
You have to lawyer receiver or I'll cut you off.
We can hear him. Yeah, let me just finish quickly in a few seconds. So, Cummings did not only decline going to Unity Party headquarters, but he also described the event as illegal event. How can you be in a collaboration with 3 other people or 3 other political parties, but you are always criticizing the rest of the people and the rest of the political parties? What kind of interest you got? Let me stop there for our first caller to go ahead.
Caller, go ahead. Go ahead. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
Thank you very much. AB, good evening, good afternoon to you and my friend and brother SD, General Donor. General Dulon is discussing the issue without fear and favor.
Yes.
Quickly, my name is Roland B. Nyima, and I call from North Dakota. And also, I'm the chair of the COP North Dakota chapter.
Okay.
Let me quickly contribute to this discussion that you are, discussing, especially. It has been one of the most talked about premier political issue right now in the country, and we all have to put our noses into it to at least provide clarity and information to the Liberian people.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if you follow the training event, you notice that everyone has said it that Alexander Cummings has come into the collaboration with arrogance. And with this arrogance, all of his supporters continue to hail him in this arrogance. You cannot have an opposition within an opposition. Alexander Cummings, everyone thought he would have come for them to, form this collaboration and have a kind of, smooth amalgamation to actually fight to unseat George Weah. But unfortunately, Cummings came to the collaboration as if he has come to become, or he has come as a pay agent, or he has come to disorganize the collaboration. I'll give you a few facts. Okay, the collaboration was first headed by Benana Ure. You could see the level of cooperation from all the rest of the three political leaders. Yombly Kanga Lawrence, VP Bwakai, and Cummings. Cummings at the time was acting as if he was a butter that could not melt.
Mm-hmm.
Until the rotation started, okay, everyone saw that even before it rotated from Ure, because Ure had a mission. Ure was the one who was given the authority to, because at the time the collaboration did not have a framework. So to put together a framework document, so Ure tenure from 8 months to complete the framework document, Ure tenure was, I think, extended up to a month, because the framework document, after it was put out in the public, there were some issues about, giving jobs to exclusively CPP members and not Liberians, and that was a serious public outcry that they went back to correct some of those provisions in the framework document. So Ure tenure was extended a little bit. Now, when Ure turned over to Alexander Cummings, everyone gave the full support as well to Cummings. And luckily for Cummings, it was the same period in time that the May 10 election was about to, kick off. They went into consensus and they divided the various counties and gave each political party 4 candidates. Choose your candidate that you want to run into. I think you have strength. Everything went smooth. Now my problem is Cummings now, because of his desperate ambition. Mm-hmm. Look, everyone thought that it would have been a fair, perfect ticket that Cummings, at the time, nobody even could see that, preposterous attitude in him. People thought that he would have been so, submissive. Cummings go as a running mate to Omen Bwakai. Later on, Cummings said, over his dead body, he did not come into a competition to be second. He wants to be the number 1 man on the ticket.
Rapper quickly.
So he started to cause problem. Okay. Now, one of the problems that Cummings started to cause was, number 1, when the United Party decided to endorse the candidacy or the standard bearership of Bwakai, they invited Cummings. What did Cummings do? Cummings condemned the process. knowing that each constituent political party has their independence as to how they conduct their business. He was later on influenced by his party's advisors, and he condemned the process. That was one. He didn't attend the endorsement program. Two, your colleague, after they gave you all the support, when the time came for Bwaka to take over as the chairman of the CPP, that was the only time Cummings chose to come to the U.S. to come then cha-cha slide with all the four children, four mama, baby mama, drama, all those kind of things in Minnesota dancing. Forget that the Liberian people issue was cardinal and most important than coming to a record party in Minnesota and Georgia. Then he disappointed the CPP at the time and failed to attend the Bwaka turning over ceremony. The third one was to then respect his colleague of the Liberal Party. You coming to somebody's political headquarters, you coming from the United States, don't you think it is your cardinal business to, be in line with your colleague to know if there's something that is not right and you do it right? He forced her way and still went to the Liberal Party headquarters after his colleague said she was not in the know. So he has been causing serious confusion now. People want to see if it is Benana Ure who trying to cause confusion. No.
Thank you.
Since they all believe in the rule of law, then let's deal with the rule of law. But Cummings needs to go out. Thank you so much, my brother, for giving me the time.
Thank you. For me, I'm looking at it differently. As you prepare to cut us here or forever hold your peace. Our numbers are 267 938 2801. That is our phone one. Our phone 2 number is 215 824 8124. Yeah. We are seriously diving into Mr. Cummings' closet this evening. For me, Mr. Cummings is fighting a losing battle. Because the man that you are fighting against, the man is fighting against three forces. The man is blaming the government. So why does the government have something to do with this?
He just crying wolf. We ain't really reached to the real journey yet. We ain't even start Google yet. Okay. 2022 just started. This is January. Today, January 4th. Liberian time is 5th. He's already crying wolf.
What is the name and where are you calling on from?
Maybe just me, Russell Pro. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing quite okay.
Okay, Ebi, I just want to ask you a question. If you and your co-host, if you guys were to rent an apartment, I'm just hypothetical now. If you have to rent an apartment, and you guys are roommates, for example, do you have to limit your? Can you limit your co-host, or can he limit you to who visit you in the apartment, or who you can invite there? Is that? Would you do that?
Yeah, because
you want me to answer that caller so you can give it to him if he doesn't get me?
Yeah.
The issue of the collaboration is not renting apartment. In addition to that, constituent political party already had a conflict, and ABC are fully aware of the conflict. So it's like you and your wife home, and you and your wife having a conflict, and your friend is coming there to take the woman out to eat. How do you feel good about that? In addition to that, the leader of that party, it's not a rent, it's not a lease agreement. The leader of the party tells you, please do not go there, and you still go there. So this is not terms and conditions of lease agreement.
You get that?
But No, I get it. I got a little bit of it, but the thing is, Musa Belete is the chairman of the party. It's not like any ordinary person say, "Oh, come on!" Like the man has equal right to the house. He has equal right to the party as nobody can have. No, it's not. It's not. If AB invite me to your apartment, it's not my business. What are you and AB invite? AB say, "Okay."
But do you know that even on the show, inviting you on the show, you know that two of us have to agree for us to be able to host our guests. When one person disagrees, that means our guests will not appear. Do you know that?
Well, I mean, nobody's show is no.
No. Let two of us. He is not Dakota. I am Minnesota.
Yep.
Do you know that when he called to say, okay, the person should appear on the show? Let me call. I'm coming to you. Just hold on. I'm coming to you. You there?
Yeah, I'm here, AB.
So that means two of us have to agree. We have to agree on one common thing, that indeed that we are hosting a person. As soon as I call you and say, "Mama, I want for us to hold the person," when you say, "Mama, no, let's forget about it," automatically I will tell the person that we don't have time. All right?
Yeah, but AB, look, the thing is, let me tell you, this whole Cummings thing that you guys making out a big deal there. I mean, I listen to the previous caller.
It is a big deal because a criminal case has been filed. A criminal, you see, laughable, right?
AB, criminal case. Look, criminal cases are filed all the time. They say forgery.
It is not filed all the time. Criminal cases are not filed all the time.
Maybe you know how many criminal cases that will get. But the thing is, the man is going to present himself in court. We will see right now. You guys cannot.
You know that Mr. Cummings, he wanted to stay out today. You know that yesterday. You know that Mr. Cummings wanted to stay out, but his lawyer said your living body have to arrive before we can be able to stay your bond, before we can be able to pass the bond. Because the court, I am telling you, the court refused. The court requested for his living body. That how come Mr. Cummings lawyer then communicated with him and then he arrived. Anyway, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Okay, all right, brother.
Kora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Every day is Lasana Ducle calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Lasana Ducle, you hold on. Kora are calling from 20292. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Evie, if you can remember, I think this is my second time calling on the show. And the reason I call, sometimes you give people a chance to talk, whether they're present from different party or whatever. But I'm not coming to speak on any side. But what I want to say here is, I think your co-host over there.
Kora, coming to you, just hold on.
He said something. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He just said something from the beginning. He talked about, according to this guy, Benana Yuri, when he told Yomi Kanga that the were uttered, he used some strong words.
Man, you want to talk to us, or you want to listen to your receiver?
No, I'm not. I don't have a receiver. I already loaded. I'm listening to you.
Okay, but then go ahead to the point because we have tons of caller here.
My point here is, he said they changed something they already altered, and he talked about changing number 2 to real number. Changing sponsor, is that criminal? What it shows. What I want to tell you here tonight, when I spoke to you first, I said before when I called you on the show that if we that supporting those leaders, those 4 leaders. If we don't be careful, we will destroy CPP. And look at what is going on now. Look at CPP. Who benefited from CPP today?
The 4 leaders.
The president benefited.
The 4 leaders.
The 4 political parties.
No, not the 4 leaders. They didn't benefit nothing yet.
Okay.
Those who benefited.
Okay.
Giving chance to end. Giving chance to end, AB. Let him end his thought, please.
The same thing with Darrell DeLong. The black guy over there, he is not getting anything. Nothing. Benada, you nothing.
You said Nyamli can get nothing?
But Benada, you
No. But you said Nyamli can get nothing?
Okay, it was a mistake. I told you Nyamli Kaga and Jirel have benefited. And they got nothing to lose.
Okay.
The people who will looking out here to fight her as Dwakai. It coming go out of this thing. If you not stand strong, be joy we are. I to be president because of the age he lost.
Okay, thank you.
So if we the leader support him, because we the supporter will they not go our way, if none of them win the election, we all down.
Okay, thank you.
We have to be careful.
Thank you. Kora, what is your name and where are you calling from? Kora are calling off from 17777. Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe this is Lasana, and I think I just called you home now. Yeah, I was listening to the police, and it's a topic that needs to be discussed because they are fooling the electronic people every day and night, and coming then they are not real for people. They are in the judgment, then they want to show that they are light to the people. We know that Cummings has carried on a lot of damages, but my problem with JMB is all the damages they might have occurred when people want to come out, they hold on to people. There is many things that is in Harlem, but everything will come out. Maybe you guys will hear it because it's a spoil road now. They do any kind of way, the road is always spoiled. They have to expose this guy. They have to really expose him, and to him. People not giving you good advice. You went on BBC yesterday, you started accusing the government. Supposedly today, you came again. You talking about GMB up to now, or CPP chairman have not speaking about the issue. Can you remember when you were going to destroy, or what they call it, Liberty Party? The political leader of Liberty Party told you, do not come if you are not invited. You stay forcing. We ever listen to, we ever communicate to. Then today is wrong because you want to inform JMB, you want other show, how they call it, BBC yesterday, talking about the government. You don't know who to complain about.
Thank you.
Today you say opposition, tomorrow you say the government. It is wrong. But Liberian people already know what is happening. And to confirm, they thought the criminal allegation, not even the criminal allegation against somebody, is a way of promoting Cummings. It's a big lie to them. They always say it's incoming favor here and there. In case, let us see. I think people just come against your one for no reason.
Thank you.
They have seen reason. It's the reason why they may stay pushing it. So he need to realize, realize himself from this.
Thank you.
And yeah, what we expected, what you expecting, it will not go that way. It will really go by against his will. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Kora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
All right, thank you, David. My name is Wanyal Mo. I'm calling from Ramsey City, Minnesota.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, David. Thank you to you and Francis for this all informative program. Thank you so much. You know, I listened to the next caller saying that they shouldn't do what they're doing to Mr. Cummings. and people are not looking at the root causes of this whole things that happen. Cummings went into the CPP, and everybody thought he was there for a good purpose. You play the tape, and the tape that you play, they had a meeting along with ability, and what did they discuss? That they were making sure that every Liberty Party member does not vote the way they want him to vote. At the end of the day, Liberty Party was in chaos. What did Cummings do? Did Cummings try to settle the problem? No, he didn't do it. He came from America and went to Liberty Party head office. That alone, you see, many of us Liberians, we don't like to face the truth. We like to sweep the truth under the carpet. And at the end of the day, when something else happens, then people say, oh, if we knew, we wouldn't have done it. No, the writing is on the wall. How can Liberty Party be in confusion? Cummings go to their party headquarters for them to have welcoming ceremony. That is wrong. How can Liberty Party be in confusion and Cummings sit down for ability and his corrosive crooks to call him or Liberty Party standard bearer? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So are they saying that Benina Ure is wrong for going to the court? Benina Ure is not wrong. If we all go through an agreement and document was signed, and you all are asked to go and look at the document and have it properly arranged and have it brought back to us for us to peruse it, and you go, you fix it, a document behind us, and you extract our signature from on a document that we have knowledge of and attach it to a document that we don't have knowledge of, it's a criminal offense. It's a criminal. Under the law, it's a criminal. That forgery, that's a felony crime. It's a felony. And people can go to jail for that. So for people to stand up and say, oh, Cummings is clean, when you say you are clean, what you need to do is be alone. But don't walk with crooks. Look at Musa Ability. You know Musa Ability track record. Look at the Liberty Party document. Didn't Yombli Kanga then explain that the document was altered? And it seems, man, that the political leader of Liberty Party is accusing Cummings is in bed with this man. But unfortunately, those people who preaching for ANC cannot see the wrong. But if it was the other way around, they will have the worst things to say. It's about time that Cummings go his way. It's about time or other party go their way. And if they're able to form a collaboration of political party for the interest of Liberia, it's better. But Cummings was a planted agent and ability into the CPP to destabilize it.
Thank you.
But it took the power of God to reveal all these secrets. But yet still, with all these things that is coming up, still people are saying the people lie on Cummings. They need to go and wash their faces with salt water so they can be able to see clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, Francis.
Yes, sir. I think we are all on the right footing with this I call it baby police kind of political journey on the part of Alexander B. Cummings. I think this journey going to be more difficult for him from all indications. Multiple lawsuits are coming on his way. Hopefully, if he succeeds getting out of this legally, maybe 2023 is not going to be any more focus point for him the way we're looking at it. But maybe holding all things constant, good health and long life, maybe he can try 2029. Because 2023, every single minute and hour, week and day, it's like going away from him 360-degree angle. Something that he is desperate in need of. That he cannot do away with becoming president of Liberia 2023, for any reason. And the way we're seeing things going now, I think Cummings is getting real busy now. Instead of him being in Bapolo, going to Liberty Party headquarters, when he fully aware that there's a confusion there. The other quarter, Abi, this is my personal appeal. When we come on the show, we should allot time. A causer to use timer will use timer. We might use some discretion based on our regular, people that follow us regularly. We might give them some courtesy. Let us announce the time and let's do everything humanly possible. Let us listen to people, let them give us their views. People are commending us for, listening to them. But let's try. If we give you 2 minutes or 3 minutes, let us stick to it. When that one finishes, we'll let them know in 30 seconds we're going to put you up because somebody waiting for you. Because when you're talking about lease agreement, this is far away from lease agreement. But let's just take it from your analogy. That colors analogy. Just few seconds, Abi. Okay. Few seconds. If you and your wife in the home, and even though the political leader and the Liberty Party chairman, based on the Constitution, Liberty Party Constitution, they are not at the same level. Once a chair for the party, one is leader, standard bearer of the party, flag bearer of the party. The party chairman and the standard bearer are not equal. But let's just hold it constant for the sake of conversation and for the sake of argument or debate. Okay? If they are co-equal, and one say no, one should not say yes. Both of them should say yes. Okay? And you and wife, you're moving in the parallel move, and she said no, you can't say yes. If you say yes, you can't say no. Okay? So everybody should have similar agreement with that equilibrium point. But you can't say, I don't have to tell you. My wife in there, she say no, then I go call my friend, then I can't take her to lunch. For what? That's conflict. You can't do that. I just wanted to add my little 2 cents there.
Okay. Pastor Charles Akud, how you doing? Okay. Pastor Charles Akud just left. Samuel, go ahead.
No, let Pastor Charles Akud go after this.
Pastor Charles Akud. Pastor Charles Akud, go ahead.
Thank you, Abraham, you guys. Once again, Happy New Year to every one of us. We're getting there, and we will get there. The promised land, we get to there. And I want to tell you, Abraham, the day you look in Pastor Charles Akud's face, if he went to a church, called himself pastor, and stole the people money, or play with the people church document, and you look in his face, and you say Pastor Charles Akud is a criminal, and with no relent, no waiting time, my brother, that would be the time we're going to get a better life you. And I can see it coming. I can see it coming. All the criminal acts in our country will be revealed. And the doer of the criminal act will be disgraced by God Almighty. Not Liberians, no court, but God will reveal them, every hidden thing. Listen, and when people talking about, oh, that just common crime, listen, Mr. Cummings is the victim here today. I'll be frank. I told you guys, 2022, call me any kind of name. If I'm speaking, you like my speaking, say I'm a fake pastor, I'm a raping pastor, I'm a killing pastor, I'm a criminal. Call me any kind of name. You know why? Because you don't know me. But yes, Cummings is a victim because there is something about Cummings that God is revealing. And God started with Cummings. And from there, next will be Sally Johnson. So we are finishing it. If Omen Joseph Walker, we're all talking about, if there's someone starting to talk about Omen Joseph Walker in the trouser, God will pull it out. Because God is about to give Liberians a better Liberian.
Thank you.
I work for a company. The thing they put taking for light. I call for day off. This is my vacation day. When they have a cleaning, I work for the police as undercover guy, and we're cleaning out, taking the drugs guy out of the street. I was the only African. My manager was a black guy that hated me so much because I was using the Bible to talk to the criminals. And the criminal was listening to me. I began to be famous in Clinton, Water Run. They can call it African pastor, the black American. My manager, the S-Cab, actor guy, he got angry. And he called me in the office one time, he asked me, I'm narrating the story for people to say forgery is not a crime. So he called me in the office, he asked me, are you a pastor or a politician? And I said, why you ask? He said, man, something about you, I can't understand. Now I know that God was finding means and ways to track me down. But when God is on your side, my brother, no weapon come against you, it will prosper. He used criminals. I don't smoke. I never smoked in my life. But he used criminals to bring drugs to me like I should buy it. Your guys will come to me, man, African pastor, man, your manager hates you, man. He told to do this. And I was thinking that to be like, the guy tried. He tried all the supervisor, Ibrahim. After that, he couldn't get me. I called for a day off on my vacation. I was to go bury my bishop, Patrick K. Champion, and I was to go bury someone in New York. While after the days, I signed the paper, gave it to him. While the day they tore the paper, I never asked for photocopy. So he tore my paper, forged my signature, forged my social security number, my ID number, everything, and he rewrote and put a new date. So there was no call, no show to get me. When he had done it, I never knew. When I came back to work the next day, oh, you never call, no show. Why? I called for vacation. People around me, my other officers have told me that they have set up for me.
Okay.
That's a plan.
Pastor Chansaku, let us hold you right here. Let us take, there's a quarter that, on this one.
No problem.
Quarter, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
Oh man, how you doing, AB?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Hey, man, I just want to say this, man.
What is her name and where are you calling her from?
Oh, that's Octavius Gilman.
Octavius Gilman, go ahead.
Calling from Michigan, yeah. AB, thank you, man. I mean, I had no reason to call, but I listened to Charles, man. Charles Aku. I mean, we have to be serious and leave this God name when we're talking about our country like this.
Okay.
It take God out of the whole discussion, man, because God did not tell nobody to be stupid. God gave our free will to choose right and choose wrong, and Liberians choose to always choose wrong. So, I mean, there are more churches in Liberia than this great country. I mean, so let's just, and we're discussing our country, let's just look at it from and put the country first.
We cannot discuss our country without discussing, without talking about God, because the people said the Declaration of Independence was signed in the church. So how can we be discussing Liberia? Then a pastor who is coming to be able to link it with the biblical side of the Bible, then you're saying that we should forget about our God business.
Okay, thank you. It's in the Bible, AB. AB, you see, there are more churches in Liberia than the great United States.
Granted.
The reason, yeah, and the reason you find most people suffer, and there are more poor people in Africa than the developed world or different countries is because, I mean, like places like Europe, Canada, America, China, because what? They worship the individual than what is written in the Bible.
Okay.
Because the Bible himself said it that, look, my people will perish for the lack of what? Knowledge. And Jesus said the poor will always be with you. He did not say you will be one of them. He left with a stupidity.
Okay.
And that's why you find most people are poor in our country, because what? They worship the thing that on the wall, and not what is written in the Bible. I mean, I try to stay out of Liberian politics.
Samuel, come in, hold on. Yeah, Mr. Gilman. So what is your point?
My point is, AB,
to take out God business.
We can change our country, Liberia. We will first of all change the mindset of ourselves and then the voters. Yeah, is it? Right now, you on your show, you got about 300 people who listen and watching. AB, that almost close to, let's say 25% of the people that in Maserati listen to every single talk show on social media. Every single talk show, 25%. That is our capital city. That means that almost close to 75% do not have access to what we say. Then I go to the second largest county in our country, which is Nima. You cannot get it. Even if I call my brother in Nima County on a regular call, I can't get him a break. So if I call him on a regular call and I can't get him, and he only saved me a minute to call, he not saved me a minute for Facebook. Maybe we have to be serious when we're talking about our country, man.
Yeah, so we have to be serious in terms of what thing?
In terms of and people like,
because I know you are a strong supporter of the ANC.
Okay, let me make this very clear again. I support Arizona Cummings. And
Musa Belete.
Okay, let me finish now. Okay, I support Arizona Cummings.
And Musa Belete.
Musa Belete running me, right?
Baby, I know you coming up. I know you coming up.
We will not cut you or we allow you learn, but you gotta be snappy, please.
I support Arizona Cummings with everything.
Along Musa Belete, because Arizona Cummings cannot run alone. He and Musa Belete, they are in an agreement for the.
Okay, let me tell you this, and you know me very well. I know you very well. So let me say this to you. Musa Belete have no quest or no intention and to be the vice president of ANC or with Arizona Cummings. You can take that. We are looking at different. We just presented Arizona Cummings with 3 different names to be his vice president, and Musa Belete is not in there. The man Musa Belete, yeah, I can, and the thing is simple, AB. When we're talking about our country, let's be serious for one. If election were here today, based on what I know, you got Imaya Yato in 10 different villages, town in the country right now as we speak. If election were here today, George Weah will be our next president, based on what I know.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Pastor Charles Aku, you want to go ahead so that we
can... Thank you. Let me just end what other comes in. 2022, the devil is in fire. He rebelled against God Almighty. God never gave me an inch, a single time of day. He pushed him down to hell. Satan is in trouble in Liberia, and everyone that will defend Satan and the act of Satan against the children of God called Liberian, they will be disgraced.
Thank you.
As my manager was disgraced in 2016, the man in Atelier, Masane crowd, we're gonna cry in the country or we're gonna beat society in here that nobody can touch. He was disgraced. So Liberian must be careful. Open your mouth that God gives you to speak truth to power for your children, the generation to come to be blessed, then to be cursed. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you will give me 5 minutes, I'm about to start work, please.
Okay. Samuel, go ahead.
You know, I listen to people like Otavia Gilman calling on your show. People like Otavia Gilman are the people that killed Alexander Cummings' political career. They thought by attacking JMB. He one of those guys on Facebook that follows Spoon TV. Look at JMB here. Look at the Omen here. The Omen get monkey here. The Omen get this. The Omen get that. These are the people that destroy Alexander Cummings from the back, and it will not help them. You know, people like Gilman should have known better, but they put their personal interest or the few people that you are seeing that go in the background talking to people to support Cummings, and they're not doing it the right way. Everywhere in life, AB, you don't just wake up and run. You wake up, you're sick. When you are born, you're sick. After sitting, you crawl. After crawling, you walk. When you walk, you're strong enough, then you start running. There's no every aspect in life you have to go through that cycle. Every aspect in life you have to go through that cycle. And every man got 3 stages in life before you die. You got your morning season, you got your afternoon season, and you got your evening season. And your night season are where you go. Cummings, your morning season is where you depend on people to do stuff for you. Your afternoon season is where you do something that you will depend on in your evening season. Mr. Cummings messed his afternoon season up. And it will affect him in the evening season. I'm telling you,
when you say that Mr. Cummings messed his afternoon season, what does that mean?
Mr. Cummings listened to too many voices, and Mr. Cummings did not learn about politics. He thinks he stayed in the corporate world. I want to believe Mr. Cummings was undermining people to get to those positions that he got to. On a serious note, this man is very fussy. Listen to the man yesterday when he went to a party headquarters speaking to his people. Shame on all those in the CPP that did not stand to support me or did not condemn this. Why should you always be in the habit of denigrating, insulting, condemning your colleagues? For heaven's sake, even in our African culture, you don't just wake up and insult other people. You don't just do that. Shame on them for what? When you are calling them criminals you never knew? When you are calling them names you never knew? You expect them to come to you now, right? Because they haven't come to you. And a supporter running around, oh, we thought JMB is a unifier. Maybe when you and your woman get flower, and your mind and pastor can't let talk between you. When they go to the house, by the time you leave in the house, a woman that flower will never be fixed. Every time they call Alex Cummings that he alone can travel. Every time they call him that he alone out of the city. Every time they call him that he alone traveling. How do you expect JMB to fix things between these people? Listen to Mo Ali yesterday. Every time they call for secretariat meeting, the ANC guys and the Musa Belete faction will say they're not attending until the CPP issue can be settled. How will the CPP issue be settled if you guys cannot come together? And you see, they're too well hiding secret about making ANC first case. ANC group for people like Prophet Key, when they do something in the dark, you're exposing. On a serious note, you listen to Dylan yesterday on Costa Show. He said 1 week after they detect that Musa Belete played with the document, but they were hiding it behind the house. If they would have brought Musa Belete out at that time, trust me, all the Rick Monroe would have stopped from the beginning. But the started corporate masses started 13. These people need to recall Mr. Cummings sometime when he's backing in a meeting with his colleagues and play it on Facebook. So the people that supporting him can know that Mr. Cummings is a wetty blaher and he's a hypocrite. He will go at the back and apologize to his colleagues, let me peace, let him announce this thing. Then when he come on Facebook, he denigrate and abuse the people to gain favor, to use it to be able to gain sympathy from the people. That's absolutely a responsibility. Mr. Cummings is not responsible. Let's face the fact, AB. This is why JMB said I don't speak, because when I speak, I want people to listen. Every time. Mr. U.S. you went to the court, you came back, right? Oh, my people, yeah, y'all go home, we'll handle this the legal way. The case is already in the court. I cannot say anything now, my lawyers will deal with it, but I will try to use every means possible to handle this issue. Simple as eating rest. But shame on those and you're talking all kinds of bull crap. Mr. Cummings is not a leader, man. The man proved it 2017 by telling his supporters to vote their choice. It's just a shame that Liberian politics don't have the mechanism to weed people like Cummings and George we are out so they flourish. But Mr. Cummings, he knows nothing about politics. There are certain languages you don't use in politics. Cummings don't care. He's just saying and doing anything. And it is killing his political career in the country. Shame on him. A leader will not just wake up and talk recklessly than that. I see how many packets dominate and how you call it, the rest of the ANC folks can just wake up and say anything. Because they learning it from him when they go in meeting. These are things they discuss. These are things they discuss, my brother. And just one more thing I want to throw light on how you call it, AB.
So how do you look at the case against Mr. Cummings?
For me, the case against, you see, AB, people that been out here and been in that country for long. You know the reason why I told someone, I said, Mr. Cummings not smart. Mr. Cummings not get common sense. Okay? The first time that information came out, all Cummings should have done, call his colleagues and speak to them. My people, yeah, they think when it comes to the public, it will spoil everyone on me. Please, can we go indoor and settle it? No, he joined the media. He wrote a 2 or 3 page letter lambasting his friends. Mr. Cummings should understand this is not a corporate war. This is politics. Even good money when you not tell someone hey, with respect, they will use it against you. Good money, AB. If you do not tell someone good money with respect, they will use it against you in politics. But the people that are advising Mr. Cummings, they're not smart enough. They haven't understood Liberian politics. Let the case go to court, let it go through. Let me tell you, AB, some of us we knew that things a long time. You know why the lawyer compromised their case? ANC folks were pushing their case from the beginning to go to court because they wanted NEC to cancel that document so NEC can revoke all those that won election on that document. You know why? Because ANC now get one person there, so they don't get for him. Maria Yakula said it. What's his name said it? Alosha too. So their plan was to go to court to condemn that document, and then when they finish condemning the document, NEC and George will act and they'll revoke Yomli Kanga, Darius Dillon, and all that stuff. That was their plan initially. When you hear the lawyer say you'll go in-house and settle it, that was the reason why the lawyer take that decision. Somehow we talk to people from the inside. That was the reason why they took that decision. That was the reason. They've been taking Alexander Cummings too much. It's about time Bernard Ure JMB let them start exposing this guy things he does at the back and start compromising. This is why he come and just talk all kinds of things. And to the sedition, when Haley was in power, and all the opposition leaders, when they said they wanted a coalition, who are the first person to back off? That George we are. So sedition, just shut your mouth, or you don't even have the right to condemn CPP for not holding today. After all, your man Akara's Grace took a spoon and said CPP will not hold. Why? He said we'll use the weak link. And who was the weaker link? It has been proven that Alexander Cummings. Go to Spoon TV when Akara's Grace was there, he said it. So the ANC folks, that script, they're not playing with the script. That's why I said Cummings not want to be president. Cummings got different healing agenda. Because a person that won't be president with the way things going, with all the time, the money, the effort, they have a plan. Their strategy is not working. You'll go back on the drawing board. But Cummings is not in that thing now for the presidency. I think he's only there to spoil people's chances and then go and sit down. That's what I want to believe.
Thank you.
But let me close on the AB. Sometimes it pisses me off when I hear people saying, oh, Joe, we are their second chance because CPP now hold. Let me ask the Liberian People question. What if there was none of those political leaders in CPP? Y'all are going to get Joe out of the country? People need to stop their nonsense. President, we are don't deserve 1 minute after he turned you. You get some people in our country like Tewon Gongro that can take over. If God forbid a million times today JMB cannot run, the next person to run that country will be Tewon Gongro. Mark my word, AB. Liberia don't need foreign leader now. Liberia needs someone that has lived, worked in the system, that have character, that have the ability, that have ethical value. The people like JMB and Tewon Gonglo to weed all the bad apples from among the good ones. If they make mistake and elect Cummings or Cassell, the same Rick Monroe we on today, that the same Rick Monroe will be on tomorrow. Cummings won't grow the economy to 1 billion. Kasa won't grow it. Granted, at the moment, Liberia problem is more than growing work or more than creating jobs. You got a lot of problems in our country. If they fall in place, trust me, job creation will be easy. Mr. Cummings has shown clearly that he's not willing to cooperate. Imagine if the Messiah want nothing besides presidency. The man stubborn like that, just a mountain goat. Your man kind of man president. Tomorrow, if that man say he want to change the constitution, who will talk to that man for him to listen? Everybody in the country now break that man. Oh, God, no, and I want nothing else. Senator Johnson for you. When you go Coca-Cola, did they just make you a manager or supervisor or CEO? Did they just put you there? You yourself say you when you start from the bottom. Why can't you do the same politics or Liberia that charge, eh? I don't blame you. I blame the people that can vote. They can look at all kinds of junkie and they start calling your leader. That's why I can just jump from there and say I want to be president. Thanks for the time, AB.
Thank you. That was our brother Samuel. So for now, we are not accepting any more call. I will send a studio to my co-host, and then he will give a pattern statement, and then from then I will be able to do mine. Francis, it's all yours.
All right, let me do my small commercial. Then I tell them thank you, and then that will be it. All right, folks. People been sending a comment for the company that we are running here in North Dakota, Kangomas Multi-Services Consulting LLC, for short KMC. Our number side 267-648-8012, 701-620-7009. We are helping people with affordable immigration services, paperwork, citizenship, sending for your wife if you are married, sending for your husband if you are married, children, unmarried or married children, and also parents. On immigrant and non-immigrant visa application, we help with that too. We have to refer you to good lawyers in Liberia if you want to do adoption, have some relatives, other children. If you want to do birth certificate and passport, as we are aware now, passport have been raised by Joshua government 100% from $25 to $50, but to even get it is very difficult. We get people that will wait before the Minister of Foreign Affairs. We can refer you to good people, and you can talk it with them, and they will deliver on their premises for birth certificate and passport and other documents that you might need. So again, our numbers are 267-648-8012, 701-620-7009. Just go on Liberia Today webpage on Facebook. Our numbers are right there, email address, everything right there, and what we do. So without much ado, folks, we are contributing. This is the way we do, in addition to our money grant and Western Union we send to our loved one in Liberia, our friends and other relatives. So Liberia is for all of us. Any other way you can do it, we appreciate it. Follow us and share our podcast. We all clocking. This is not what we're living by. And you can see how we're really tired, but you know what? The Liberia business, we all got to do it, and that is why we are part of it. All right? We are not enemy of the state. We are also citizens of Liberia. Government came yesterday, they're gone. Just where we go to. Trust me. CDC will go. Whether JB win 2023 or not, there will always be government of Liberia and another person going to be in charge, because Liberia is a country. Without much ado, I want to say thank you plenty for following us, and thank you plenty for your support, and thank you plenty for leaving your busy schedule to follow us and share our video. Without much ado, have a great restful night, depending where you are. A great wake up morning, and bye now.
Okay.
Abby, back to you.
Okay. That was the voice of my co-host. He have been here. We are interested in promoting our own. So you hear it from Francis Donor. He have his own company, and which of course I will ask any of you guys that have immigration problems to go to him, to call him, or you can go to Liberia Today Media. platform to go get the information is there as well. Again, we want to tell you thank you for listening to us, for subscribing. If you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go now and do so. Our YouTube channel name is Mzee Abraham, M-Z-E-E Abraham. That is our YouTube channel. Please go and do so. For much we do, I want to tell you thank you, and thank you very much, and have a God bless night. Bye-bye for now.
All right. Great.
Whosoever